So how you been, man?
Really good. Just getting a lot of new music together, producing full time, uh,
Awesome.
being soul searching, spiritually.
Okay.
Being,
Awesome.
I'm a Rastafarian, so
Nice.
uh, I believe in a lot of nature, natural medicines.
Nice.
Yeah. And actually, just yesterday, I met the chief of the Navajo Nation. He came down from New Mexico to meet up with me.
Nice.
Yeah,
Nice, man. That's awesome.
and they have a gathering of the nations every April, which
Okay.
is where all the tribes from around the world get together and
Okay.
they perform their traditional dances. And they want me to perform at that next year.
Nice. That's awesome, man.
But yeah,
Fantastic, dude. Well, dude, I've been wanting to get you on the show. Welcome to the show, brother.
thank you. It's an honor to be here.
Yeah, we met at EDC. That's where we met. And for the people that don't know, for the viewers that are out there that don't know, you're a DJ. You produce your own music. You're a DJ, and you know, eh, you had the moment where you DJ'd at one of the biggest music festivals in the nation, which is EDC.
The world, yeah.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
uh, like many people that got to see you play for the first time, they were really moved. I was blown away because I started as a DJ, my brother and I, when we were 15 years old, and to see you come up and play, it was very moving. It brought a tear to my eye, and it actually inspired me. I was like, wow, seeing you play is just, you're a testament of that anybody could do anything in the world, you
Yes,
know?
that's true.
So it was definitely an amazing experience. I want to hear your story, bro. Like, how
Okay.
did you get into DJing? You know, what happened to you? I want to address that situation. Is it your condition? Is it something that you were born with? Is it something that accidental? Like, tell us your story, man. We'd love to hear it.
So I was born full term baby, normal, no complications, no medical problems. 26 years ago.
Okay.
26, 92, 27, 27. I'm 27.
Okay.
So, but as I grew as a baby, my parents noticed I wouldn't move around, I wouldn't roll over, I
Okay.
wouldn't crawl. So they found it weird and they took me to the doctor. And the doctor, all they would tell them is that I was a lazy baby, that I didn't want to move
Right.
around. So that they didn't think anything of it. And then I turned 9 months old and I was walking on the baby walker for the first time. I was learning how to walk.
Right.
All of a sudden, my mom heard something snap,
Oh shit.
and I started crying uncontrollably,
Yeah.
nonstop, like screaming, crying in pain. She didn't know what was wrong.
Right.
And back then, my parents didn't have a car, and I lived in the San Fernando Valley, California, Los Angeles.
Right.
So they had to take me to Children's Hospital, Los Angeles, in public transportation in the bus because
Oh
we
my
didn't have
God.
transportation.
Jeez.
So I was crying all the way there.
Right.
And when we get there, the doctors realized that my thigh, my femur, was fractured.
Oh,
And they immediately started accusing my dad of child abuse.
what? Oh my God.
They called social workers, they called the cops, they they handcuffed him, and
What?
yeah, and then they took me into the X-ray room by
Mhm.
myself. They didn't let my parents in, and while performing the X-rays, the X-ray technician broke my arm,
Oh my God.
and
And you were 9 months old, correct?
that's where they were like, "This is not abuse. something else.
Yeah.
And they let my dad go. They started doing blood tests,
Right.
CAT scans, CT scans, genetic testing, and it turns out that I have type 3 of osteogenesis imperfecta, which is fragile bones, brittle bones,
Okay.
like osteoporosis, but you're born with it. It's genetic.
Okay.
Osteoporosis develop it when you're older.
Okay.
So I I I they didn't expect me to live long, but I survived,
Wow.
and I was never able to walk after that. I was down to a back in the day, those the red wagons.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
used to, I used to ride in that red wagon when I
Right.
didn't have a wheelchair, so my parents would take me around in that. And yeah, I finally met an orthopedic when I was 3 years old.
Hmm.
That was that it specialized in the condition, the brittle bone condition, because
Okay.
it's rare. It's a really rare disease, and
Wow.
it's genetic, but none of my parents have it, so they don't know if it's a mutation
Or
or what.
somewhere down the line,
Or something.
somewhere.
Yeah,
Right.
my great grandma that passed away, she had osteoporosis,
Okay.
which is similar. And then my dad said that when he was a kid, he remembers a cousin, like a long lost cousin, that would be carried in a basket that he wasn't able to walk. And he
Really? Wow. Okay.
had a small body,
Right.
so we think maybe he carried that, because he had, my dad looks at me now and he remembers back then, and he sees a similarity between the both.
Yeah.
So I met the orthopedic, and the first thing he said when he met me and walked in my exam room is, "We need to get him in the operating room
Right.
because my legs were bent almost at, let's say, 90-degree angle. The
Oh,
bone of
Jesus.
my legs,
Oh my
because
God.
as they broke, they would grow, and they didn't grow right, so they would tend to bend in. As also my arms, my wrists, they tend to curve. So
A- and this is as you were growing as a
yeah,
child.
I was growing. Yeah, 3 years old was when I first saw this orthopedic.
Okay.
Scheduled my first surgery, and the surgery was, I have had 15 orthopedic surgeries.
Yeah.
So what they do is they put in metal rods along my bone, my long bones,
Okay.
so it can protect the bone.
Wow.
And but since my bones tend to curve, the the metal rod tends to move away from the bone, causing me to have surgery replacement, and then to straighten out the bone, just like the rod, they have to break it into several pieces during
Okay.
the surgery, and then put the rod in place, then cast the arm or leg or whatever.
Okay.
And I've had 15 of those surgeries, and many of the first ones, um, I would get fractured during the surgery because the doctors didn't know how to handle me, the nurses,
Right.
went in the operating room. And it took some many years and a lot of fighting and advocating.
Right.
But now, for the past, let's say, since 2000, probably,
Hmm.
so that's 19 years.
Right.
Past 19 years, whenever I have surgeries, they allow my parents to go into the operating room and do all the moving from the bed to the gurney to the wheelchair themselves. That way I don't get hurt,
Okay.
because that's how they used to hurt me back when before they allowed them to do that. One day they were putting me in the surgery bed, and they moved me the wrong way, and I was having surgery on my leg. And when my parents saw me fresh out of surgery, they noticed my arm was casted because they had broken it in the process. of moving me during the surgery. So
Jesus. So just in the process of moving, the doctors or the nurses would move you and they would break your
yeah,
arm.
yeah.
So I imagine that's the most painfulest experience each
I've
time
had
that would happen.
I've had more than 300 total fractures.
300 total fractures?
Yeah,
Oh my
more than
God. Jesus.
and as I grew older, I was in elementary. I was gifted in math, so
Okay.
all through my middle school, high school, math was my favorite subject. I went to school regular in elementary school, mainstream. I didn't do special ed because mentally I'm okay, you know.
Right.
It's just my physicality.
Right.
So they allowed me to go to regular classes. Middle school, I was in the magnet program. I graduated eighth grade. Then
Nice.
and then eighth grade, I started having breathing problems
Okay.
associated with the brittle bones
Okay.
because since I didn't grow, as you saw, I'm small. I'm 3 feet tall. I
Right.
don't know if you don't know. Can't see my whole body. I'm 3 feet tall, so my chest is uh, small, and
Right.
my lungs weren't able to fully develop.
Right.
So in eighth grade, I started having breathing problems where I would run out of air and oxygen and start coughing and gasping for air, like
Okay.
in the middle of class, and my parents had to rush to school and put me on my CPAP machine because back then I used a CPAP for
Wow.
sleep apnea. So once I got on the machine, I would feel better, you know.
Right.
And it got to the point where in ninth grade, I almost dropped out of high school because of that because I became dependent on the CPAP machine 24/7.
Wow. Okay.
I have to be connected to the machine. So
Okay.
back then it was hard to find a portable battery for it. So I was stuck at home. I couldn't go out. I
Wow.
felt I didn't. My depression didn't hit till I was 21. So
Okay.
I wouldn't say I was depressed during my teen years,
Right.
but I felt isolated because I was homeschooled after ninth grade because they didn't allow me to go to school with
Right.
that machine. And I'm glad I homeschooled because I got an amazing teacher for the rest of high school that would come to my house 3 days a week for an hour and a half each day.
Wow. That's awesome.
And, he would come in like at 3 p.m. He would let me sleep in. He would let me choose my schedule, you know?
Right.
And it was cool because he was teaching me through, like for senior year, from the last year, he taught me through movies, through cinema. So like if we were learning history, we would watch like World War II, we would watch Pearl Harbor. If
Okay.
in music class, we watched Amadeus, the Wolfgang Mozart movie.
Okay.
Oh, that was my senior year. It was pretty chill.
That's awesome.
Yeah. So what I uh, figured, my first uh, inspiration to get into music was when Dead Mouse was the house DJ for the VMAs back in 2010.
Okay. Okay.
Remember that? When Dead Mouse was the DJ for the night at
Right.
the VMAs. So I was like, what is this? I was like, who is this cat? You know, like
Right.
the next day I go on my Pandora, I type in Dead Mouse, and
Yeah.
I start listening to Rewarded Cheese, Bot, some chords, and I was like, I fucked with this, you know? And so then I started watching the Jersey Shore, and I saw Pauly D, and I
Right.
found out he was popular, and in my head, because I wasn't hanging out with people my age, because
Right.
I was stuck at home connected to a machine, you know.
Right.
But by the time I was in senior year, I finally got a portable battery to be able to go out to places with the machine.
Okay.
So,
Which was your first experience to go out, and was this?
with the machine, yeah, it was practically my first experience. Yeah.
Yeah. So it was it going to some of these events? Because I know it seems like Dead Mouse really inspired you. Seeing Dead Mouse inspired you. Is that?
Yeah. Then I started, and then seeing Pauly D.
Pauly
So
D. Yeah.
I saw that he was using virtual DJ back in the day.
Right. Of
So
course. Right.
I bought virtual DJ. I started on that. I played for 10 years on virtual DJ, and since I started 10 years ago to DJ. So at high school, I graduated with a 3.9 GPA.
Nice.
Then I went to college, community college, to start accounting. But I turned 21, and I guess I noticed that I was different than others. Like, it hadn't hit me till I was older, until I was officially an adult,
Right.
And so I hit very bad depression,
Right.
and I
Right.
couldn't continue with school. It got to the point where every night I would cry for hours at night for no reason. I used to hear voices in my head. I used to beg my doctors for medically assisted suicide because there's times where I don't want to be here anymore.
Wow.
And if it wasn't for playing music, I would probably wouldn't be here talking to you right now.
Oh
Because
wow.
it's my first concert,
Oh my
EDM
God.
concert, was Tiesto in Carson.
Which where was he at?
Carson at the home back then, the Home Depot Center.
Tiesto and Carson at the Home Depot Center. Yes,
Yeah,
yes. Yeah, I remember that one.
yeah, 2011.
2011. So tell me a little bit about that. So how
I was like, I didn't know what to expect because
Okay.
I was a Chivas USA back. Remember the Chivas USA?
Yes. Yeah.
I used to be their official supporter group DJ.
Right.
So I got to the point where I was always a bedroom DJ,
Mhm.
but I started going to these soccer games with my battery, and then the guys were like, "Why don't you buy some speakers and bring them to the tailgates and start DJing?" You know?
Right.
And
That's awesome.
I was like, "Fuck it!" So I went to Sam Ash. I got my first PA system,
Nice.
and I went to a game one day with my speakers. They had a tailgate, and I started playing. It, that's where I got my courage to perform in front of people.
Wow.
Then I remember my very first party that I DJ'd, like paid
Yeah.
gig, was a
Yeah.
baby shower. I'm always
Okay.
gonna remember that. It was a baby shower.
That's awesome. Okay.
And then from there, I just did private parties for about 8 years. And the Chivas USA sadly went defunct, but they hooked me up with Tiesto tickets for that.
Nice.
Yeah, for being in the supporter group. But, yeah, yeah, so they hooked me up with tickets to Tiesto.
That's awesome.
And so I didn't know what to expect. It was my first rave, the end of it. And I'm arriving, and I see people passing out at the entrance before going in. I see girls being taken away in stretchers.
Oh jeez.
I was like, whoa.
You're like, what the hell? What the hell did I walk into over here?
Yeah.
What's happening?
I was like, whoa. So, but I saw Donna Life and Tiesto that night there. I didn't meet them, but I saw them perform, and I was like, this is what I want to do. And
That's so awesome, man.
so my depression caused me to drop out of college. When I dropped out of college when I went full time into being a DJ. So 8 years I did private parties, weddings, quinceañeras, birthdays, and then in 2016, um, someone finally booked me to play at Avalon Hollywood.
Hollywood.
Yeah, Avalon. Yeah.
Awesome.
So I debuted there on Memorial Day, 2016, and back then I was still using my CPAP machine full time. I still had the battery,
Okay.
and So I performed at Avalon. Then that same year, I got to open for T-Pain, Wiz Khalifa, and OT Genesis.
Nice.
Yeah.
That is fucking awesome, man.
And then, so that was in 2000. That was actually after, because in 2015, my bleeding got so bad that I went into respiratory failure
Oh
twice
jeez.
in
Oh
the span
jeez.
of 1 week. I was at UCLA, Ronald Reagan. So
Oh.
I came down with like cough.
Mhm.
I didn't think anything of it, but then it got to the point where I was having shallow and short breathing. So my parents were like, and they checked my oxygen level because I have a little pulse oxygen, and they noticed my oxygen in my body was low.
Right.
It wasn't at 100%. So they
Right.
took me to the ER, and they saw that my oxygen was low, and it turned out that I had pneumonia.
Oh my god.
Yeah. So they admitted
Shit.
me. They admitted me, and the first night, I don't know what happened, but I guess it was a precursor to what was gonna happen. But I had crippling anxiety the whole night,
Oh
and I couldn't
jeez.
sleep. I kept like gasping for air. But yeah, in
Wow.
the ER because they hadn't given me a room yet
Right.
to sleep in. So
Jeez.
the next morning they transferred me up to the MICU at UCLA, and that night I coded. I went into code blue. That second night at the hospital, I
Code
stopped breathing.
blue.
I stopped breathing, and
Oh, fuck.
doctors, nurses rushing into my room. I was still conscious. I get vivid flashbacks
Yeah.
of that. They rushed my parents out of the room. They started intubating me orally. So they intubated me orally,
Right.
and so I was breathing through that. And then they kept doing X-rays and blood tests, oxygen, whatever, for the next 5 days. And they were like, "Oh, I think we cured your pneumonia, so we're gonna extubate you
Oh
and put you
jeez.
back on your CPAP." And I was like, "Okay." And with the oral um, intubation, I couldn't speak because it's inside your mouth,
Right. Of
Yeah.
course. Yeah.
So they extubated me. So they intubated me on a Wednesday. Sunday night, around 6 p.m., they extubate me. 6 hours later, I code again.
Oh Jesus Christ. Oh man.
And this time they tell me we need to perform a tracheostomy on you because your left lung is no longer fully functional.
What?
Yeah.
Oh
So
jeez.
that week, I was scheduled for a surgery, tracheostomy surgery on Friday, and they told me that I might never speak again because what a tracheostomy does,
Mhm.
it there's a tube that goes into your throat through a little hole that they make,
Right.
and there's a little balloon that you inflate. And once that balloon is inflated, the air goes from the tube into your lungs, and there's no air coming up to your nose or your mouth.
Right.
So, since there's no airflow to the upper respiratory tract, there's no vocal cord movement, so you can't speak.
Right. Right.
So, and I wasn't able to eat food orally. So the next day after the tracheostomy, I had gastric surgery. I got a G tube inserted, I got a feeding tube into my stomach, so I could eat that way.
Right.
Formula, canned formula.
Okay.
So for a whole year, bro, I was like a monk, no word,
For
no
a
food.
whole year, you couldn't speak
Yeah,
anything.
no. And
God.
that's where I I went psychotic. I lost my mind, especially around this time for the holidays.
Yeah.
I I remember I wanted to end my life on Christmas Eve of
Wow.
2016. No,
2016.
2015,
So what? 3 years ago.
4 years.
Three,
Yeah,
three. Okay.
4 years. And I had given up DJing after that surgery.
Right.
I was like, I'm never gonna DJ again.
Just right.
I don't want to be seen with tubes coming out of me. I felt very insecure,
Of
very
course.
worthless. I felt like a vegetable.
Yeah.
And especially for the holiday season, I
Right.
couldn't conversate with my family at the family dinner. I couldn't have turkey. I couldn't have tamales. I couldn't.
Yeah.
I couldn't enjoy the holidays. So I
Right.
spent the holidays just crying in my room, crying
Wow.
and listening to music.
Yeah.
And February, I remember I had a doctor appointment, and my doctors were like, "Are you suicidal?" I was like, "Yes, I am." They were like, "What's holding you back from ending your life?" And I told them straight up. I looked into their eyes
Hmm.
and I told them, because I'm not physically able to do it.
Wow.
If not, I would. I've
Wow.
tried moving my head to the point where the breathing tube pops out, but I haven't been able to do it because I'm not strong enough. But I've thought about different ways of ending my life. Um, but then I started using cannabis oil,
Yeah.
CBD, THC, tinctures through my G tube, my feeding tube.
Yeah.
So what my mom does is she gets a cup of water,
Okay.
adds drops of THC or CBD,
Yeah.
and she applies it to my feeding tube, my stomach tube.
Yeah.
And I started that December 2015.
Okay.
So around when I hit my low, I started medicating.
Yeah.
6 months later, bro, I'm dropping a live mix on Facebook because I kind of got my spirits back, but I wasn't playing like at clubs or anything, you know.
Were you able to speak at that time? At that point?
I was streaming live on Facebook, and I was just going at it, dropping track after track,
Right.
and I open my mouth, and noise comes out.
Wow.
Sound came out of my mouth.
Right.
I
Right.
was like, "What the heck?" And I called my parents. I texted them. I was like, "Can you guys deflate the little balloon?" Because the balloon, what it does is keeps the lungs inflated. So if you deflate it, it means that you have to breathe on your own. Like you're still assisted by the ventilator, but
Right.
you're able to have airflow up to your nose and your mouth. So I told my parents, "Can you deflate my balloon? I want to see if I can breathe."
Right. Because being that noises that were coming out of your mouth, that is a good sign, correct?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah,
Right.
yeah. So we deflated the balloon, and I got a lot of tracheal secretions, a lot of phlegm.
Mhm.
So I started coughing,
Oh
but
shit. Okay.
we suctioned it out. We were able to suction me out, and 5 minutes passed. My little sister walked in. I have a 5-year-old sister.
Hmm.
I was able to tell her I love you, bro, for the first time.
Those were the first words that came out of your mouth
Yeah,
after a year. Was "I love you" to your sister?
yeah.
Oh. Oh. Wow.
She was
Damn.
born December 2013. I went into respiratory failure February 2015. So she grew up while I was mute, and then she was like, oh, 2016. She was 3, and she hadn't heard my voice. She had never
Wow.
heard my voice
Wow.
until that day she walked into my room. I had my cuff, the little balloon deflated, and I, I said I love you to her.
Wow.
Then I started
Wow.
gasping for air, so they inflated the balloon again, and then we did it like We did it like minutes at a time. I would
Right.
deflate it for half an hour. Then I would last an hour, then 2 hours.
Right.
Then it
Right.
got to the point where I have the cuff, the balloon deflated 24/7 indefinitely because I can breathe on my own.
That's
Through
amazing.
my mouth and my nose and my neck.
That is amazing.
So I
Did,
think cannabis strengthened.
that was my question. Do you think
I
with it was the CBD oil that really made the difference?
think so. To be
So what
honest,
did your mom do exactly with the CBD oil? She would put it in your feeding tube?
yeah, with my feeding tube. Yeah,
Okay.
yeah,
And this
and,
was for a good 6 months?
yeah, for a good 6 months.
Wow.
Able to regain my ability to speak, and
And this is after the doctors said
said
that
that
you will never speak.
and then
That's just a test. What you went through is just a testament of the what CBD can do.
yeah,
It's a fucking miracle.
yeah. 3 months later, I have a doctor appointment.
Mhm.
I have a swallow test,
Okay.
which is where they give me graham crackers, applesauce, while having a camera down my nose
Yeah.
to see if I'm able to swallow food
Right.
and it doesn't go down to my lungs.
Right.
I passed the test, bro.
Oh wow.
Swallow test.
Shit. That's
First thing I do,
fucking awesome. Oh my god. I
first
can't
thing,
imagine how you felt.
first thing I do out of the hospital, I hit up my homegirl. I was like, "Let's go eat tacos."
Yeah.
Tacos, bro. Oh my god, this
wait. Which ones? Pastor or asada?
asada, but from Tacos Way. Remember Tacos Way?
Yeah.
That
So,
alley?
hmm
I think they closed them though.
so that's where you went. That was the first spot you went to get some tacos. I love it.
Yeah,
That's
and
fucking
I
dope.
remember it was October 2016. And since I started talking in April, my first club show was uh, September 2016 at
Wow.
Avalon.
Wow.
And then I became a regular at Avalon. I played there like once a month
That's awesome.
from 2016 to 2018. Then in 2018, I opened for Coming Soon, the Psytrance duo
Uh-huh.
at Avalon main stage.
Nice.
Opened for them in May of 2018, last year. And then August, I opened the main stage for Mark Sixma and Ashley Walbridge
Awesome.
at Avalon.
Awesome.
Then September of last year, 2018, I opened for Snoop Dogg at Time Nightclub in Costa Mesa.
Nice for Snoop Dogg. That's freaking awesome. Wow. What an amazing experience.
Yeah, it was. I didn't get to meet him though, but
Yeah.
it was amazing too. You know, share the same night,
Yeah.
stage as him. You know,
That's awesome, man. And I have a question for you. What were the challenges that you had learning to DJ? Because when I think back and some of the people that we're both mutually friends with,
yeah.
we all shared the same challenges trying to mix and trying to learn. What were some of the things that you've experienced?
Finding the right equipment.
Really? Okay.
Yeah, and actually, right now, I don't know if you could put it on the blog, on the podcast, but I'm trying to contact Hercules DJ because they have the little DJ to go controller.
Mhm.
That's the one I use, and I usually go through like 2 a year because they break really easily.
Okay.
But I'm trying to contact Hercules to see if they can make a modified one
Right.
with Q pads.
With what pads?
Q.
Okay, Q pads. Okay.
Yeah.
Is it because it allows?
It would allow me to cue my tracks better.
Right.
That's
Okay.
the transitions. Because I actually want to shout out my best friend, Joseph Vizzo, also known as Big Cat, and he's the father of 11-year-old dubstep superstar DJ Yellow Keys.
Yeah,
I don't know if you've heard of her.
I have. I have.
So Joe, he's like my best friend. We talk on the phone every day.
Yeah.
He calls me to buzz me to see how I'm doing. We have an insider joke where he calls me his little Mexican midget. I love him. And
That's cool.
he he hasn't played in over 20 years.
Wow.
He used to play for Tao together as one
Yeah.
in
Right.
New Year's Eve back in the day.
Right. Awesome.
And November 27th, I'm honored and it's gonna be an amazing night. But we're opening the main stage as a back-to-back at Avalon Hollywood
That's
on
awesome.
the 27th of November.
That is awesome. So you're going to be performing there November 27th at Avalon,
At Avalon
Hollywood. That's awesome.
Back with him, who he hasn't played in over 20 years. And
Wow, that's going to be great.
yeah, and we're actually working on a lot of music together.
Yeah.
And
now you're fully into DJing.
production now.
Yeah, I know.
I wasn't fully into DJing from 2009 to 2014.
Right.
Then I switched over and went into full production and DJing whenever I got booked.
Yeah.
So
Have you ever hurt yourself trying to DJ because of your brittle bones?
I fractured my finger during a set one time.
No fucking way.
My controller slipped and bumped into my pinky and overextended it. And I just kept performing. Bro, I was in so much pain, bro.
Oh, fuck.
Yeah.
Oh.
But Joe, he's helping me with my DJing career. He's helping me better myself as an artist and a producer.
Awesome.
And he's the one that told me, start using cues on your tracks. And your transitions will be much smoother, You can double drop that way,
Yeah.
Dubstep or whatever. So I look up to him, and
That's
it's
awesome.
gonna be an honor to share the stage with him. So much love to Joseph.
Yeah. Shout out to Joseph, man.
Yeah, shout out to the kitty gang. The kitty gang.
Dude, walk me down your experience and how you felt performing at EDC last year.
So let me tell you how it all began.
Yeah.
So last year was a hard year for me, I gotta admit, mentally, because I went through a breakup. So I started dating when I was 21.
Yeah.
I didn't date through my teenage years. Like I didn't think anyone liked me. I thought I was unlikable.
Right.
Until girls started admitting that they liked me when I was older. But I went through a bad breakup. I got cheated on, so it hit me very hard. And about exactly a year ago, a week before Dream State, I was very depressed, and I was hanging out with someone, and we ordered a bottle of Jose Cuervo.
Yeah.
And this person pours me 4 ounces of Jose Cuervo straight into my G2 because I told him to.
Right.
He didn't know why I wanted it, but when you like a so-called friend, if you tell them to do something, they're stupid enough to do it.
Yeah. Right. Right.
Yeah.
Right.
So he didn't know my intentions were to kill myself.
Right. Right.
So he just poured the 4 ounces straight from the bottle into my feeding tube.
Oh, shit.
No water, no soda, nothing mixed. And then he just gave it to me, Then he started watching American Horror Story, and he totally zoomed into a show that he wasn't paying attention to. My dad found it weird that I wasn't playing any music, because I'm always blasting music 24/7 in my house. He found it weird that I wasn't calling him for water, that I wasn't making any noise,
Yeah.
Walks in, he finds me passed out, bro, foaming at the mouth.
Oh shit.
Yeah, and he puts on my heart monitor, my pulse oxygen. My oxygen level was at 45%. My heart rate 150. I was dying, bro.
Oh, wow.
Overdose, yeah. And I was out for like 6 hours, bro. I was unconscious for like 6 hours. And then they didn't take me to the hospital because they would have been incriminated, you know? Because they would
Right.
have been like, why'd you guys give him alcohol? You know? They would have, it would have been bad, you know? So what my mom did is just gave me a lot of lemon juice
Yeah.
to sober up. And
Wow.
I finally did around midnight. But then after that, I threw up for 12 hours straight, which was not fun. It was
Wow.
not fun.
That's what you call a serious hangover.
Yeah. And I was like, you know what, I'm staying away from alcohol.
Yeah.
And the week after that was Dream State,
Okay.
and I wasn't planning on going, but Trans Family LA, they have a yearly meet and greet with some of the Dream State artists
Yeah.
at the hotel in San Bernardino.
Okay.
So they invited me to the meet and greet. I was like, let's go. I'm gonna meet some of the artists, you know. It'll be cool.
Cool.
After this bad incident, you know, I was
Right.
like,
Right.
that's positive, you know.
Yeah.
So I show up. First person I met was Gareth Emery's sister. Uh, um, what's her name? I forgot her name. Uh, I forgot her name.
Okay. Okay. But you met her. You met her. Okay.
And then I started meeting all these artists.
Cool.
I was talking to Taya, Talla, 2XLC, the
Okay.
trans artist. And he comes up to me. He's like, "Are you gonna catch my set tonight?" I was like, "I'm sorry, but I don't have tickets. You know, I'm only here for the meet and greet." And he said, "We need to change that." And 30 seconds after he said that, his manager approaches me, and he's like, "Can I have you, your mom, and your friends' full names because Staya is putting you guys on his guest list for Dream."
Nice.
So
Awesome.
my whole life turned around in 1 week. I went to Dream State. I
Yeah.
got VIP treatment. I got to hang out with all the artists backstage. You know, like from 1 week I was down and on the verge of death, and the next week I was at Dream State. You know, with all my idols. You know, my
Right.
idols. And then next thing you know, the day after that, I was inspired and I started doing a live Facebook set. And
Mhm.
next thing you know, some guy named James Warner messages me
Yeah.
like, "We need to talk." I was like, in my head, I was like, "What did I do? Did I do?"
What did I do?
So I messaged him. I cut the, I cut the live set. I messaged him and we started chopping it up. He's like, "Do you know who I am?" I was like, "I'm sorry, but I don't." He's like, "I'm one of the heads of Camp OG. I'm the Insomniac."
Yeah.
And I was like, "Oh, okay." And then he's like, um, "If you're interested in playing at one of our stages at a show, come to Woodley Park this Sunday."
Yeah.
So I met up with them in Woodley Park, and that's when they were like, "We noticed you on the Facebook Live, and you are, we are all old school. They all do like jungle or breaks
Break all that old stuff.
or
Yeah. Old school stuff.
and they're like, and you are here playing the new stuff, but you've been a DJ for 10 years, you know, so
Yeah.
you're practically an OG,
Right.
but with your flavor, you know."
Right. Right.
So we would like for you to represent us at one of our stages at one of the Insomniac events. And I was like, wow, it just, it surprised me, you know? And
Wow.
then in April, that was in November, right after Dream's Day, we
Yeah.
met and we kept in touch. And then in April, I had surgery to change my tracheostomy because they change it about once or every other year. So that night, I get a call from James. He's like, what day are you available to play at EDC Las Vegas? Hey, I got
what
out of surgery, bro.
what went through your mind?
I was like, what just happened? Because I was on, they put me on fentanyl for the surgery.
Right.
I was like, is this a fentanyl trip or?
Is this a fentanyl trip? Is this real? Am I seeing things? Am I hearing? Oh, that was hilarious, man.
Oh, um, so I was like, whoa, and then he's like, get some more info, and I didn't announce it at all or anything
Yeah.
until I saw my name on that lineup.
Yeah.
Yeah, you know.
Hmm.
So, so uh, they made the lineup of DJs, and I got the 10 p.m. slot on Saturday at East,
Yeah.
and I played like the rest of the night. They were all DJs that had been playing since the '90s, and I was like the only young one, and they gave me a good time slot, you know.
That's a great time slot.
And
It was amazing.
yeah, and it's crazy because I had a little crowd going,
You
you know,
did.
and Skrillex was down the aisle dropping his special surprise set at the same time as me, you know.
The interesting thing about that night is that I was walking and I started to see them setting up your equipment that you had and everything, connecting everything.
Yeah,
And then I got a little glimpse and got to see who you were. I'm like, who's
yeah,
this kid? Who's this kid? Who's this guy? Is he a DJ?
yeah,
What, is he all right? And then James told me, and I'm like, oh my god! And right when you started playing, it blew my mind, and it was a very special moment. And I know it was a very special moment for you, and
yeah,
for me, it was very emotional for me because I got a moment to catch you playing and live, which was amazing. And the crazy thing is, you would have a big crowd that would start to form
yeah,
around you, which was awesome.
yeah,
But then within that crowd, and I don't, you probably didn't notice this, is you would have groups of people that would just walk by in the middle and just keep going, right? Didn't completely oblivious to what was happening.
yeah.
But and then a few people within the group would stop, and then they would look at you. And what really just messed me up is that there was this girl with her boyfriend who stopped, looked at you playing, her mouth dropped, and she just did this, like, and it just blew her mind, and she stayed there your entire set.
No way. Do you know who she is?
I had no idea who she was.
Oh man, I wish I could find her.
I wish I could have taken her picture. I wish I could. She stayed the entire set. She must have been, I don't know, maybe 20, 21. I don't know, but she just listened. Her and her boyfriend, they were so inspired by you playing. It was so moving. Not only for them, for so many people that were just watching. It was amazing.
Yeah,
You know.
yeah. Wow.
Yeah.
I don't know if
I
you're
wish
on,
I wish I could have got her name, but
but my first and only EDC I went to was in 2012,
Okay.
and I went on the Saturday when there was a windstorm.
Okay.
I went early, um, and I remember getting there and seeing Calvin Harris on the main stage that night, and I was like, I want to play here one day. And in my head, I was like, the next time I come, I'm not coming as a guest. I'm coming as an artist. And The years went by, the lineups kept getting better. Temptation to go was getting harder,
Yeah.
and I was it became true. I didn't go back as a guest. I didn't go 2013, 14, 15, 16, 17, or 18. I went back 7 years later after I went, and I went back as an artist. It's a dream come true, but
That's
just,
incredible, man. And
yeah,
James Warner's an angel. You know,
just him and
he's
Tim Black.
yeah,
That,
Tim. Yeah, yeah,
he introduced me to James.
yeah.
Uh, Without him, it wouldn't have been possible, you know.
Wow, man, that's
And
incredible.
after,
And and you're self-taught as a DJ. Did you look at YouTube? Did you just practice and practice and practice?
practice nonstop.
Yeah, because hearing you play, you're good.
Thank
You're
you.
very good.
Yeah,
You know, so that just shows me the amount of hours that you practice. You really love the art of DJing and the just music, man. It really is special to see you play.
yeah. Like my Rastafarian elder, Michael M. Myers, he saw a vision a couple of months ago.
Yeah,
He's very spiritual, and he delves into the third eye and all that,
right,
the sublevel conscious, all that stuff. He saw a vision that supposedly I'm the healer of the nations, like Bob Marley said in his song. And he said in his vision, he saw people suffering, crying, trying to cross the border of Mexico to the US.
right.
And there was a lot of suffering, pain. And he says that in his vision, I showed up. I set up a PA system and I start playing music. And all the hate, all the pain, all the suffering ended because I was playing music.
That's awesome, man.
And,
Wow, that's so deep. Wow.
and the day, like a day or two after he saw that vision, I get a booking in San Diego, bro.
No way. Wow, that's awesome.
Right?
That's awesome.
And it's like, it's at the border, you know. December 5th, I'm playing there, so
Yeah,
air conditioned lounge, and it's for a psytrance night, which I
that that's so dope,
know. And then
dude.
I
That,
guess he's friends with the chief of the Navajo, or
yeah,
the May, and he told him, I guess, that I'm practically like, you know, the next big thing or in the Rasta or spiritual, you know, world, you know, that I'm the healer of the nations to my music. So now that's when the chief of the Navajo came to New Mexico yesterday to meet up with me. And that's when he told me he's going to try to get me out there for performances at casinos they own out in the Navajo Nation.
yeah.
The Gathering of the Nations, like I mentioned earlier.
That's amazing, man. That's awesome. And you're playing in San Diego December 5th, right?
December 5th, yeah.
Okay.
At the
So
Lounge.
so aside from DJing, are you thinking about getting into producing? Are you making your own tracks right now?
I am
And
a full,
and how's that going?
I am a full-time producer.
Awesome.
I
Okay.
went from DJing to being a full-time producer my after last year. I was like, you know what? Playing these shows require ticket sales. You know, they
Right.
require you to book bottles, bring a certain amount of people.
Right.
Just tired of that. You know, there's DJs out there that don't know how to play. You know, and they're just an act. They're just a gimmick. You know,
It's
and
true.
they're what 20 racks of performance. You
Right.
know, and I'm DJing. I'm not trying to brag, but I use one hand, you know, to DJ. My controller is, I use it with just one hand. My other hand, I'm choosing music with
Yeah.
the mouse, with the trackball,
Right.
you know. And there's people out there that they train wreck their transitions, or they just jump up and down press play, it's
So
rock.
true.
I gotta do something. So I started putting my full-time production from the moment I wake up to the moment I go to sleep. Ableton is open on my computer.
So how many? So you've created? How many tracks have you created so far? In what kind of genre of music?
I think I have like 80 productions,
Nice.
80 original productions, and they range from house music to techno, boombatone, trap, cumbia, reggaeton, reggae, boombatone, hip hop,
Cool.
psytrance, dubstep, trap. Yeah, that's pretty much.
That's awesome.
And alternative rock. I have
Nice.
a song on Spotify called Pain, Pain, and
And you have it on Spotify so people could download it or
yeah,
purchase it or listen to it as well.
yeah. So you could just type in Danny Amaya, Danny Amaya, Amaya, and you can find all my music. My
Awesome.
latest single, which was released yesterday on
Oh, a big release yesterday. Well,
yeah,
tell people where they can find that.
you can find it on beatport.com. If it would really help me if people bought a copy of the track because I'm trying to get to the top 100 side
Okay.
charts. But it's streamable on SoundCloud, Spotify, or Apple Music. It's with Alien Records. I don't know if you've heard of them.
Okay. Okay. Awesome.
Uh, it's a collab with Thales Dumbra, one of their artists, and they actually discovered me the day after my EDC performance. I don't know if you know who Mandragora is.
So wait. So they discovered you after the EDC
Yeah,
performance. That's so cool.
you know Mandragora.
Yeah, I've heard of them.
So the next day, I wake up to a bunch of DMs
That's awesome.
because I dropped like two Mandragora tracks at
Yeah.
the set,
Right.
and nobody like plays Brazilian psytrance out here. So
So
the
you
next,
got all these direct messages from people.
yeah, and then I
So cool.
noticed that Mandragora reposted my video of me dropping this track,
Yeah.
and he was like a real legend. He
Wow.
on my video, and next thing you know, I was in Barstow on my way home from Vegas. I get a FaceTime call from Mandragora, bro.
That's awesome.
And he's actually my favorite psytrance artist. Him and Bliss, the Israeli artist.
Yeah.
So we started talking, and then I started getting added by all these Alien Records
Right.
artists, and I locked in that collab with Thales Dumbra and my friend Kuzman from Florida. He's a reggae artist. He did the vocals for it. And
Nice.
the song is called "God is the Way."
Okay.
So
Nice.
God means God in Rastafarian. So Jah is the way, and it's very psychedelic, very um, trippy, and it's just very high energy psytrance. And yes,
That's amazing.
the,
That's awesome.
uh, the owner of the record label 4i20 actually sent the track out to Vinny Vici so they can hopefully play it at Djing.
That's wow.
Yeah. My
That's the,
goal
so
is
you're really working and getting your music out there, man. I love it. That's awesome.
I'm signed to 4 labels. I have my own
That's amazing.
label, Slumped Records, Slumped like SHLUMPED Records. I started that in 2016. Soon
Okay.
after
Cool.
I gave my speech, I started my own label. And then after EDC, I got signed to Be Happy Records, the dubstep and bass uh, record label.
Nice.
Then uh, my track got signed to Tremor Records. Shout out to Eric Tremor.
Nice. Nice.
Liquid Fish, right? Liquid Fish.
Yeah. So this whole performance opened some doors for you.
Yeah, I did.
which is freaking awesome, man.
And that Psytrance track released yesterday on Alien Records, and it's on Spotify. If you go on Instagram at Danny.Amaya.music,
Can you repeat that again? Instagram,
Danny DANNY
right?
Amaya AMAYA
Right.
music. And you
Perfect.
can on my bio, there's a link, and it'll take you to Beatport, so you can download the song.
Awesome. Awesome.
Yeah, and
And
for
and
those,
you do you have and what's your Facebook? Because I know sometimes you do live performances, right? When
I
you're actually
they can
doing
add
a
me
set.
personally at Danny Amaya. I sadly have 5,000 friends already,
Yeah.
so I can't accept new people, but I allow followers so they can still catch my sets, or if not,
Cool.
they can go to Danny Amaya Music on Facebook, or I usually stream on the EDC Las Vegas unofficial Facebook group, which is, I think, how I found you, right?
Yeah. Right. Exactly.
Yeah, yeah.
Dude,
So
bro, Danny. So what's next for you? What are your plans?
my
What's next
goal
for
for
you?
next year is to come back to EDC, but actually play at an actual stage,
Okay. Okay.
private gate stage, the small stage, you know.
You hear that, Pasquale? If you're listening.
That Quantum Valley seems tempting, bro. Quantum Valley stage and Dream State next year is
Okay.
my goal. Yeah.
And you're gonna also continue creating and producing music as well.
Yeah, I have over 15 unreleased right now, and
Awesome.
I'm just waiting. I don't know if I'm gonna do a 20 track album. I'm gonna do singles or EPs, but I have a lot of unreleased material, and you guys could actually hear a couple of them uh, November 27th at my Avalon show. So if anyone's interested, I have tickets. Um, no waiting in line, discounted pre-sale tickets. It really helps me if you guys buy tickets, because the more tickets I sell, the better my 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 look towards the promoters, and they'll book me again. You know,
Right. So it's that show is going to be December 27th at the Avalon in Hollywood, correct?
November.
November 27th. My mistake.
Yeah,
November 27th,
the day before.
Avalon, Hollywood.
Yeah. So
And
for those of you that don't want to wait in line, you guys can pay tickets. Just let me know, DM me or you, and I'm willing to meet up with them. Or if anyone's interested in my exclusive guest list, they can hit me up on the day of the show,
okay,
and I'll get them taken care of. Just tell them that you said that they heard about the show through the podcast, and I'll hook them up.
awesome, awesome, man. And then you have a show coming up in San Diego, December 5th, correct?
Yeah, which is a
Okay,
second chance.
okay, awesome, man. Well, dude, Danny, dude, you've been a DJ for quite some time. You're probably one of the DJs that has experienced like one of the hardest struggles to be a DJ because of you know the just your condition in itself. Like, what kind of advice can you give people that want to be a DJ, that want to get into this world of DJing, that you've been doing for 10 years?
I tend to name my albums or tracks towards what I'm feeling, or what I like, or like a message. Like my first album was called Fearless.
Yeah,
That's one of the tips I want to give people out there. Just be fearless. Don't have any fear. You know, just keep. If you dream something, if you have dreamt of something, don't give up, because dreams do come true. So, and like one of my tracks, my hardcore track called "Don't Look Back." Don't look back. Just keep looking forward.
I
And
love that.
you know, one of my friends on Instagram, shout outs to Captain Crunch. He uh he made my little motto. He was like, if you can't stand up, stand out.
Ooh, I love that.
Yep.
Wow, that's so freaking profound.
Right?
Wow. So if you wait, so can you repeat that again?
If you can't stand up, stand out.
Wow.
That's what I'm doing.
And my friend, you are. You're a good DJ. You're a very good DJ. I got to hear you live. You you know, you've been an inspiration to me. You actually made me cry at EDC because it was so moving.
Yeah.
You've been inspiring to so many DJs out there, and it's just an
Yeah.
honor. It's an honor to have you on the podcast and sharing your story, brother.
For having me. I was looking forward to today. Today I woke up. I usually wake up bummed out. I was like, oh, why did I wake up? I don't want to be
Right.
here. But today I woke up. I was like, Disney Plus was just released. I'm about to watch The Lady and the Tramp. I
Yeah.
was like, I'm happy. I had my doctor appointment at UCLA today. Shout out to Dr. Lemaster,
Shout
my
out.
primary doctor. And we were chopping it up today. He was asking me about my shows. And
Awesome, man.
he said my lungs sound great. Um, I had a bad case of acid reflux a few weeks ago, but it was due to a bad batch of THC syrup. It had too much sugar in it, and that was causing my acid reflux. So I had to switch from syrup to tinctures that don't have any sugar. So
So shout out to the doctor.
shout out to the doctor. And also for those of you 420 friendly people, my record label and myself are the only distributors of Green Lotus CBD sparkling water.
Ooh.
They're basically like White Claws,
Okay.
but instead of alcohol, they have full spectrum CBD, and nobody in California has them. And
Wow.
get them straight from the wholesale, the warehouse, and they have me as the only distributor in California. So
You're doing this on the side as well.
yeah, on the side, yeah,
Awesome. Awesome.
yeah.
So reach out to Danny if you guys are interested.
The green
You
claws.
know, yeah,
And
reach
I
out. Reach out to his Facebook if you're interested in the CBD sparkling water.
yeah, I like
Brother,
having them on my shows. So it's like
brother, I just want to say it's been an honor to have you on this podcast. To conclude, brother, I can't wait to see you again. I want to see you play. You're an inspiration. You're an inspiration of many people, brother.
I want to thank you for having me. Thank you for actually taking the time and stopping and watching my set at EDC. I want to thank my mom. She's right here with me right now. She takes me everywhere. She's my pillar. Without her, I'm nothing. We had a very bad scare a couple months ago, but thank God she's healthy again, and
Awesome.
she goes everywhere with me. We rave together. She takes me to titty bars.
Shit, mom takes you to titty bars. I'm so jealous. I'm so jealous because I wish my mom would take me to titty bars.
Like Halloween I don't know if you saw my Facebook, but I was booked for at a Vietnamese coffee shop in Orange County,
Uh-huh.
and I was DJ, and it was like a VIP party, and it was crazy. It was for the I gotta say I don't think there'll be a better Halloween better than this one.
That's awesome, man. Let's do it. Let's do a shout out for your mom for being there.
Shout out to Anna Amaya, aka Mama Swavy.
There we go.
I used to
Awesome.
call her Swavy.
I love it, brother.
My
Well,
DJ.
brother, again, thank you for being on the show, and everyone who's watching this, look Danny up, Google him. He's playing
I
at.
also want to give out my phone number to those that, if they ever need anyone to talk to, if they feel alone, if they need someone, a shoulder to cry on. I'm actually a Rastafarian minister, so I can say a prayer for whoever needs it.
That's
I'm
awesome.
usually up till midnight, so if anyone's feeling down and they just need someone to talk to, or even if you're a music producer that's just starting and need guidance, I'm here for you. I have my own label. We release on Beatport. We'll gladly listen to every demo that is sent to us. So my phone number is area code 818-644-0486. And yeah, so whatever you guys need, I'm at your disposal for events, whatever. I do it all. I do video editing, and so yeah,
Awesome, man.
yeah.
Awesome, brother. Well, take care. Say hi to your mom for me, and maybe one day, if your mom's not busy, she could take both of us to a titty bar.
I'm down. I'll take you to that Vietnamese coffee shop.
That
That's Cafe Lou.
was hilarious, man. That was hilarious. Yeah.
I love that place.
Brother, I can't wait to see you I can't wait to see you to play again, brother. So
I hope you can come out to Avalon. I'll get you.
yes, the 27th of November, brother, for sure.
Okay, sounds good. Thank you so much for having me, bro.
All right, brother. Peace.
Much love. God bless you.